Kerns, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Donors Report. I'm Landen and Traylor, joined by Dylan Kerns and our loaded panel as usual, John Richards and Logan Traylor. Logan, it's glad to have you back. Glad you can make it this week.
Appreciate it.
Yep. JR, glad to have you back. You know, this is your fourth straight week with us, so thank you for always being with us.
Glad to be on. Thank you.
Yep. All right, so Notre Dame coming off of a 28-3 victory over the Virginia Cavaliers in Charlottesville. Dylan, we'll start right with you. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was great. It was domination faction. They came out there and they controlled the game, and I know you're just chomping at the bit to roast my ass for picking them to lose, but they look fantastic, especially going down scoring. They found a way to basically take them out of the game. The quarterback issue was definitely something on the Virginia side, the broken ribs and the different quarterback in there. So not really anything going for Virginia. We thought they'd put up a better performance. We thought it'd be more offense balanced, but the defense looked good. They held them to 3 points on the day, and they played a good football game. So holistically, that was their toughest challenge left on the schedule, and they did a great job of winning in that one.
Indeed, and I remember your exact words. You know, I have a gut feeling. I'm going to have to go with the Cavaliers of Virginia. In your face. Never pick against the Irish. It burnt JR. It's burnt you. Logan and I are the only ones who haven't picked against Notre Dame, and it only burned us once. So, in your face. All right, Logan, thoughts on the Virginia game? Just a little quick overview of it.
Yeah, obviously we played well. Obviously Virginia is a completely different team without their QB. So it's not like we beat a really good Virginia team. There was one takeaway, and was my frustration is that we were talking about it at the end of that game. I would have really liked to see us score more than 28 points. And because at this point in the year where we're at and all the question marks, whether we're going to get in the playoff, I feel, you know, you have to put teams away. And if you have the opportunity to blow a team out, you should do that. But other than that, we played really well. I thought Jack played a good game. Defense was obviously had a good game plan and executed pretty well.
Indeed. JR, thoughts on the game?
Yeah. Continuation of our development and our growth as a lot of younger guys get meaningful snaps, meaningful minutes. We looked good on both sides of the ball, very efficient. It was nice to see Kelly try to change his thought process when, you know, we missed the first fourth down when we could have kicked a field goal, and he sent the field goal team out to kick another one. And then he hedged there, and he thought, you know, if we're going to get in the playoffs here, we need to amp it up here. I do agree with Logan about the end of the game, 28-3, 28-0 at half. Or what was that what it was at half? Was it 28 at half, or was
21,
it 21? Yeah, that score needs to be 45-3. Come on, make a statement. Let the committee know we mean business. We can't be, you know, fiddling around with some of these teams late in the game. So all in all, good day. Good night.
We were about to put 35 on the board. I know that's not what we wanted to see either, but that fumble was hideous, horrendous fumble. That can't happen. Now, my takeaway from the game, one of them, my biggest takeaway, I should say, we are going to have a loaded team here coming up in 2022, 2023, and possibly even 2024, depending on who stays, who goes from the freshman class and the sophomore classes that are coming in. I'm very excited to see where this team goes. We played a lot of freshmen again, which seems to be the kind of the theme in the last since about USC. We've been playing a lot of freshmen. Also, I think, look, Logan Diggs is going to be special player. I mean, he's under Kyron's belt, under Chris Tyree's belt, who we saw a little bit of. I believe he is definitely better than Tyree. I agree to that. But, you know, he's learning from the great players. I really like it. Our offense has found itself, no doubt about that. I feel like sitting here week one, we were saying like, oh boy, this offense has got its issues. I think that's in the past. There were a few minor mistakes in the game. You know, Cohn's pick, that can't happen. He just totally overthrew his receiver. Dylan, I see your smile there. I finally got negative on Jack Cohn.
Love it.
You're welcome. The fumble inside the 15-yard line there, that can't happen. We were about to go up 35-3 on Virginia. That cannot happen at all. I mean, it was right off the snap and just balls on the ground. Nobody even dove for the ball. Cone's quarterback sneak. What in the world was that? I mean, he went right in there. Like, what are you doing? If you're going to run a QB sneak, run it with Tyler Buckner, please. Not Jack Cone. Or why not just hand it off to Kyron Williams and let him run it? I mean, what are you doing there? And then lastly, Buckner's accuracy. I think that needs to be a lot better. Obviously, he's a young quarterback, and they'll have time to develop him. But Buckner's accuracy needs to be a little bit better.
He's all right. I mean, he went 3 of 4. It's not he's not in the game to throw 15 passes. I think it's hard to judge that based on what we've seen so far.
Correct, but I expect him when he's in there to throw that he's going to make good throws. But he
really, because I think that he's sitting cold and then he comes in and he throw. You can't expect him to execute when you're trying this whole mix in a quarterback for old time's sake. I don't think that's the method that they should go about. But I mean, that's what we have here. So I don't think you can judge him just for coming off the bench to make 4 passes.
You know, you have a point. You do have a point, but I'm sticking to my opinion at the end of the day. My player of the game for the Virginia game has to be Bo Bauer. I mean, that kid was everywhere on Saturday night. I know it's a little cliche. He was everywhere. Every play, he was in there right in the trenches, hitting his blocks everywhere, and I love that kid.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mr. Michael Mayer for my player of the game. Good to see him come back and finally put up a big performance. It's been a while since he has dominated in that fashion, and I was a little bit worried about the loss of Avery Davis, but they did find a way to get Mayer involved more, Braden Lindsey as well, but I thought Mayer had a phenomenal game.
Indeed. One thing I do want to mention is Notre Dame put up 8 sacks against the Wahoos on Saturday night. And the last time we played Virginia, 2019, we had 6 sacks on them. And this got me thinking a little bit. You guys think, any of you think Bronco Mendenhall is a little bit on the hot seat here?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Just got me thinking a little bit. Just got me thinking. 2 cents in it. All right, Dylan, obviously that's a separate video. And I'll pick it back up here. All right, fellas, let's get right into Georgia Tech. Now the Yellow Jackets coming in, you know, their record does not show the talent that they have. And I want to make that very clear. I want to make it very clear. Dylan, you can nab me all you want. They have Gibbs, all right? He has 200 yards on offense in 5 consecutive games. He's a damn good player. I'm sorry. And, you know, their quarterback can be dangerous as well. Am I saying they're out here? No, am I saying they're out here competing for the ACC championship? God, no. They're a bad football team. But what I am saying,
Northern Illinois.
But what I am saying is we cannot overlook this team.
They're 3-7, Landon.
Yeah. Jeez.
Overlook them. I mean, seriously, they do, like you said, Diggs, he's a good Gibbs, whatever he is. He's a good player. But I mean, this is Notre Dame. We got good players too. Kyron Williams is better than Gibbs. We have multiple people on this football team. And I think, to your point, I mean, obviously you can't overlook any opponent, but Georgia Tech is Georgia Tech, man.
Indeed, they are.
Let me come to Lando's defense here a little bit. It's senior day, and there's a lot of emotions going on in senior day. Sometimes the game isn't the most focused thing on our seniors' minds. Now, we got a lot of young kids playing, so maybe that doesn't really affect us so much, but there's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of distractions at home that may take the focus away from our opponent. And let's be honest, we've seen some debacles on senior day before. It has happened. So, you know, we're not playing Mercer or Western Carolina or New Mexico State where we're a 51.5 point favorite. We are playing a fairly competent football team. And they are 3-7, but they're still a Power 5 school.
Correct. They are still a Power 5 school. And what I want to point out, and here's where I was going with my statement, Dylan, is this is a team that is playing on the road at Notre Dame, and then the following week against the number 1 team in the land. They have nothing to lose here. Absolutely nothing to lose. That is where I was going with that statement.
Yeah, this is going to be a game. I love JR's point about senior day. I can't wait to watch Jack Cohn walk his ass out there on the field, hoping hoping that he does walk out on the field, because that means
Oh man.
I'm going to be in my seat watching it happen, and that's going to be the best thing this year. But no, really, he's been all right this year. I know I've given him a lot of crap on the show, but yeah, that's going to be awesome. But looking at this game, I think it's a contest that Notre Dame should win. Senior Day is going to be nice. I'm excited to go. Haven't been to a game since Navy in 18, so ready to bundle up and deal with the elements there. But it's going to be fun. I think this is a game that they should handle pretty easily, and I'm excited for it.
So your ticket has not been rescinded yet.
It has not.
Okay,
Virginia
well, see, there's another layer, the Dylan effect. Senior Day, the Dylan effect. It could be a perfect storm for the Yellow Jackets.
Hey, it could be a little bit of a letdown for the Irish. A little bit of a letdown here.
See, now it's your guys' fault because you're speaking the shit into existence.
Whatever. JR, keys to the victory for you as usual.
Control your emotions. It's an emotional day for a lot of our football players. Can't turn the ball over. Be efficient. Third down. Be aware of, some of the Georgia Tech shenanigans and tomfoolery that they may pull. Like Landen said, they got nothing to lose. So be fundamental, stay focused, take care of business, move on to Stanford.
Correct. Logan, keys to the victory.
Just do your job. Obviously, we're a better football team. They're not very good. Obviously, I do agree they have nothing to lose. You can't take any team for granted. I don't care who you're playing. But at the end of the day, we have to win, and we have to win in a fashion where the game should be over by the end of the first quarter. I mean, that's how both these games should go next week at Stanford. It'll be an emotional day. Obviously it's going to be the last home game for seniors, and then, for some of our juniors, Kyron, and then you don't know. There's a couple on our team this year that might, go into the draft. So obviously it's going to be an emotion-filled day, but hopefully, like JR said, we're able to control that and put them away early. Don't let them hang around too long.
Dylan, quickly here, keys to the victory.
Yeah, they got to find a way to start early. I like Logan's point about that. Get on them early. Once you do that, then the rest of the game sort of feels good. It's one of those games where you're like, all right, you're ahead, you're coasting. As a senior, it allows Brian Kelly, head coach, to put in some of those guys that haven't really seen too much time this year, and if you do end up putting up big numbers in the game, then you could get those other kids involved. So I remember a few years ago, I went to a senior day game when Jaron Jones was there, and the PA announcer let it rip with Geronimo on the tackle. So just let it rip. His mama called him Geronimo, so that was really cool. But just getting those seniors in the game, I like to see a bunch of them involved. So that's what I'm hoping for. But keys, start quick, don't fumble the football. It's going to be cold. Maybe that plays in the Irish favor, with Georgia Tech being straight out of Atlanta. So maybe that helps them out a little bit too.
Indeed, it might. All right, so that is the weekly scouting report on Georgia Tech. We will return shortly with our picks. Time is essential. All right, time for our Week 12 picks. Dylan, you were red hot last week. You won the picks last week. It came down to the lights out game between San Diego State and Nevada, which San Diego State prevailed in that one. I was going for the tie. Unfortunately, you won it. JR, what happened, Frenchie? Kind of got left in the dust last week.
It's all right. That's okay.
This is a get right week.
You started, I told you you'd start 0-1 on that Thursday, and you did.
You were right. All right, starting here at Friday at 11:30 p.m. on the CBS Sports Network, we have 19th ranked San Diego State at UNLV. I was shocked of how close the line is so far.
What's the line?
11.
Yeah, 11. Oh, we'll start in the usual order. Logan, JR, Dylan, me.
Give me San Diego State.
I'll take San Diego State too. UNLV, they're improving though, and like we just touched upon, this line is kind of shady. San Diego State, they don't have the greatest offense, so we'll see how that plays out. But give me the Aztecs.
Dylan, Mr. Fun Guy over here.
Yeah, fun guy. Give me San Diego State. Not UNLV. They're 2-8. They're not good. It might be in Las Vegas, but no party in Vegas this time.
Hey, let's get into the Saturday slate of things. We have Charleston
You missed
Southern.
Memphis, Houston, kid.
What?
You missed Memphis, Houston on Friday.
You know what? I did. I had it marked down and I forgot about it. Let's go with Memphis at 24th ranked Houston, 9 p.m. ESPN 2.
Give me Houston. Memphis covers, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take Houston as well.
I will also take Houston. The line in this one, 8.5.
Man, you're saying that Memphis covers it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ooh, that's going to be a tight one. I'm going with Houston. I think Houston blows them out of the water. This is a statement game for, what are they, the Cougars? Yeah, they're the Cougars. Give me Houston. All right. Is it okay with you if I go back to Saturday now, Dylan?
Yes.
Saturday here at noon, we have Charleston Southern at number 1, Georgia. JR, here's your SEC scheduling again. Go ahead, Logan.
Georgia.
Yeah, don't get me started on the scheduling. People can knock Notre Dame's schedule all they want. They don't play any FCS teams, or they don't play any cupcakes at the end of the year. No Belmonts on the schedule. Charleston Southern, Sisters of the Poor, whatever. Give me Georgia. I don't even know what the line is. This game shouldn't even be taking place. They're going to have referees at this game, or is this just a scheduled practice? This is ridiculous. They should just give them a week off.
I love the passion. Love the passion there. Charleston Southern, 40 minutes from me, so I am a little near and dear towards the Charleston Southern, whatever they are. But I'll be going with Georgia in this one. It's in Georgia, and they're going to pound.
This, as JR mentioned, this is ridiculous. Like, this is just a slap in the face to other teams who are out here playing the gauntlet of the NCAA schedule. This is ridiculous. Like, Charleston Southern, really? I mean, Jesus, that's the best. I made a mention.
What happens when you're the best conference?
Well, and I made mention of this in our group chat. Why not go out and play an ACC opponent or a Pac-12 opponent or a Big 12 opponent? That's what we want to see. Like, this game's not even on TV. Last week, Alabama was on TV. You really think that we want to see Alabama put up 59 points against frickin' New Mexico State? No. Go out and play somebody. I'm sorry. I'm going Georgia here. Big. Here we go. At noon on ABC, game of the week, we have 7th ranked Michigan State at number 4, Ohio State. The line is, what is it so far? Is it still
19?
Now 19.
Oh, boy. You know what? It's going to be my toss-up. I'm going Sparty.
JR, your face.
You care to elaborate on that at all there?
Just as a Notre Dame fan, I'm praying State beats them. I'm praying that State loses, or Michigan State beats Ohio State this week, and then they play Penn State at home, have a little bit of a letdown, and I got Ohio State beating Michigan. All good is good.
I'm going to take Ohio State, but I think 19 points is way too many.
Oh.
The Purdue line was 20, and yeah, Purdue beat Michigan State, but I think we could all agree that Michigan State's better than Purdue. Give me 0 State, but look for Michigan State to cover. Or I'm sorry, yeah, Michigan State to cover.
Yeah, I like Michigan State by 13, or not Michigan State. Holy crap!
Whoa!
Ohio State by 13 here. Sorry. I was looking at, I'm not going more bold than Logan here, but Kenneth Walker's a hell of a running back. This dude should be considered for the Heisman in the way he's been playing. But yeah, I think Ohio State is solid, and I think they win by 13. I'm
going with Michigan State here as well as Logan is. Look, Michigan State's not Purdue. They lost to Purdue, yes, but this is not a game that Ohio State usually performs good in. I mean, it's late November. You see, this reminds me of the 2015 game when Ohio State got beat in the last second field goal with Connor Cook and all that. I felt like that guy was there for all my life. But anyway, I don't think Ohio State has an answer for Kenneth Walker III. I truly don't think they can stop him. Michigan sure as hell wasn't able to stop him. So I'm going with Michigan State due to the sole fact, one, as Logan mentioned, I'm praying for a miracle, but I don't pick off of that. I pick reality. I don't think Ohio State can stop Kenneth Walker III. I truly don't. So give me Michigan State.
Can I ask you a question? What makes you think
No,
that
you cannot
Michigan?
ask me a question. You cannot ask me a
What
question.
makes you think that Michigan State can stop Chris Olave?
What makes me think? I mean, they were able to shut down Michigan. They were able to shut down Michigan in the second half.
Michigan doesn't have any
Michigan
receivers.
sucks.
They do. Michigan does suck. I hate to say it, but they do.
That's not a good argument.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Proceed.
Look, Olave, I mean, yeah, there's no answer for Olave. One player can't make the difference. I'm sorry. It's you got to have more than one player. This isn't Purdue. They're not going to score 6 touchdowns with one player. I'm sorry, Dylan.
You don't have to.
And Purdue still scored 31 on Ohio State.
They did.
Yeah. I face defense, and that's why I like Michigan State in this, because their defense is so terrible. So terrible.
I mean, 35 to Oregon, 31 to Purdue. Not looking too good for the Buckeyes defense. FEO material right there.
27 from Penn State.
Right. We're talking about Penn State. All right, moving along here quickly. Iowa State at number 13, Oklahoma on Fox. What's the line? Anybody know this?
3.5 Oklahoma.
No, I got 4. I got Oklahoma.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma and a bounce back.
Say it right.
It's not a get right game. It's a bounce back game.
I'm at Mobile Homa. You got to say it right.
Oh, yeah. Mobile Homa here, and we'll save the other one for our friends at number 9.
Ah, okay. I'll take Oklahoma here. Bounce back at home. That's a big factor here for me.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma here. Bounce back game, as you all three mentioned. Iowa State, they're coming off of a loss to Texas Tech. That's a pro game in shambles. I got high expectations for them this year. Not impressed with the Cyclones this year.
Just like Vandy.
He liked Clark Lee so much, he picked them bastards to go all the way.
Prairie View A&M at 16th ranked Texas A&M. Here's another SEC game of the week.
Who's the first team?
Prairie View A&M.
Prairie View is 7-2.
Give me the Aggies.
These games should not even be allowed to take place. There should be a deduction system put in place by the college football selection committee. I'm serious. You should be penalized for scheduling a game like this late in the year. I mean, this is a joke. Prairie View A&M? Come on. Give me Texas A&M over Prairie View A&M. Prairie View.
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm picking Prairie View in this matchup, and I'm also going to throw a little bit of sprinkle on the money line for this one too. I'm dead serious when I say it. I'm picking Prairie View. They got the better quarterback. Juwan Pass, the transfer from Louisville. He's looked a lot better than Tamu stat-wise so far this year. I'm going Prairie View in an upset of the century.
Thanks for that extra game back.
End the show.
Dylan, look at me. Look, I need you to look at me, son. Are you picking Prairie View A&M?
Yes. It's
Prairie
not A&M. It's Prairie View over Texas A&M.
Wow.
Prairie View is 7-2 on the year.
Wow. I'm going Texas A&M. Wow. All right. 10th ranked Wake Forest at Clemson on ESPN. This could get dicey.
Yeah, I'm taking Wake Forest. Give me them.
Give me them.
What is it again? I'm sorry.
Wake Forest and Clemson.
I was trying to find the line for Prairie View A&M. Clemson and Wake. I could make the argument that Clemson should be ranked ahead of Mississippi State. So, that's going back to the college football rankings. I'm going to go Wake here. Wake's just got too much offense.
Logan's like dead over there. Dylan?
I'm picking Clemson. They're a 4.5 line favorites at home. I think they will beat the number 10 team in the country.
Yeah, and you got to stick to your South Carolina roots. Whatever.
I
Wake
didn't pick
Forest
Charleston
blows.
Southern. I picked Prairie View.
Whatever. Wake Forest blows them out of the water. Sorry, I like Brent Venables as a defensive coordinator. Give me Wake Forest offense. They're too much firepower. 2 p.m. we have Illinois at number 17, Gary Barta. I'm sorry, Iowa on Fox Sports
1. Give me Iowa at home.
Yeah, I'll take Iowa as well.
I will also take Iowa.
Did you guys watch that Iowa-Minnesota game? That was terrible. That was terrible.
So I had Minnesota as a key in one of my other pools, and it was at 5.5. Did you see the end of that game?
I did.
Oh man, I was sweating my, what's off.
All right, Indy.
But they held on.
Yeah, I'm going with Iowa as well. Wow, that's terrible. 3:30 p.m. 21st ranked Arkansas at number 2 Alabama on CBS.
Give me Bama.
Give me Bama, but Arkansas is going to come to play.
I think they come to play, but I also think Alabama wins big, so I'm going to go with Bama big.
I like JR in this one. Give me Alabama. Arkansas is going to keep it close. I firmly believe they're going to keep it close in this one. SMU, coming off of a win against, back to Alabama, Arkansas. Alabama coming off of a huge win to New Mexico State. Might be a little bit of a letdown.
Absolutely.
SMU at number 5, Cincinnati. Here's the game that Dylan and I have been talking about for a long, long time. This is on ESPN. Go ahead, Logan.
This is the week. I don't care about Notre Dame's hopes when it comes to this game. I got SMU not only to cover and to win, but to beat Cincinnati by 10 points.
Wow.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yep. I said what I said.
I don't think that's that big of a reach. I don't think SMU's been playing their best ball, but I think their offense is going to give Cincinnati a little bit of trouble. Kind of, again, opposite ends of the spectrum. Cincinnati, their strength is their defense. SMU, their strength is their offense. I'm going to stick with the Bearcats at home with the defense. I don't think it's their time yet.
I'm also going to pick Cincinnati. I think they bring up the two games what they won that was close. Obviously, Tulsa, Navy, a couple of those. I think it's all right. Southern Methodist, they're usually a pretty good team, but this year they're not as good as advertised. I think their record isn't that great, so I think I'm going to stick with Cincinnati here and hope they win.
Dylan, I don't know if you remember this. Last year you picked SMU to beat Cincinnati. You got burnt by like 40-something points. You remember that?
I do remember.
So that's why
that again. CJ Sanders transferred there, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
I think
Here's the reason SMU is Cincy has not been playing their best ball either, and they're able to get away with it because of their schedule: Navy, Tulsa, Tulane. I think SMU is just obviously more talented than those 3 teams. So that's my reasoning.
I have to call FanDuel's Sportsbook front desk because they don't have the game of Prairie View to be able to be bet on for some reason.
You're still talking about frickin' Prairie View. Here Logan is giving his logic, and you're talking about frickin' Prairie View A&M. Give me a damn break.
For the record, I don't see a line on that game.
Ever?
I don't see a line. I don't see the line.
On scores and odds, they do not have a line.
And I don't see it on Georgia either.
They're
I
scared.
wouldn't either.
They're scared for Prairie View.
Oh yeah, they're running. They need to change their diapers. They're really scared of Prairie View A&M. Gee, that has to be your worst pick you've ever made. I'm on your tail.
Any pick. Sorry, there's nothing worse than that. Moving on.
Whatever. So I'm going with Cincinnati here. And I didn't even make my pick. I'm going with Cincinnati over SMU. End of the day, I'm taking defense over offense. I don't know. That's what I live by. Defense over offense. Defense wins you championships. And
No, since he loses, do we get in?
No
Not
chance.
a chance.
No chance. That makes our loss look even worse. We'll stay at 8 or even drop to 10th, and Cincinnati takes over at 8.
Fair.
So yeah, that's where I stand. 6th ranked Michigan at Maryland on the Big Ten Network.
Give me Michigan.
Michigan, Maryland's awful against good teams.
Michigan big. Hopefully they pull their starters and ice up for Ohio State.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but give me Michigan. I can't pick Maryland in this game. No way. At the end of the day, Michigan's the better team. Yeah, give me Michigan. Nebraska at 15th ranked Wisconsin on ABC. Out of all the games, why would this be the 3:30 ABC game?
Best quarterback in the country's playing.
Yeah.
That's true.
It merts so good. Yeah, Wisconsin. Let's let them keep rolling.
Yeah.
I like the graham cracker and I like the cheese. Give me Wisconsin.
Cheese.
Not again.
They beat the Nerds last week.
Not again. Don't start with the cheese. I'm going Graham Mertz for Heisman, everybody. Graham Mertz for Heisman. That's going to be on our shirts coming out soon. Give me Wisconsin here. Give me Wisconsin. Virginia at 18th ranked Pittsburgh on ESPN2. Winner to Charlotte in December.
My bias, wants to go Virginia because it could look really good if Virginia finds a way to go to Charlotte. Wisconsin finds a way to win out, but I got to go Pitt here.
Yeah, Pitt, they're having a pretty good year. Strong offense, good quarterback. Don't know about the status of Virginia's quarterback. Pitt.
I'm going to pick at Pitt.
Yeah, as Dylan said, he kind of stole. I was about to make a pun there. I'm going with Pickett Pitt as well. They'll be going to Charlotte. They could very well end up winning the ACC. They'll play Wake Forest, 2 high-powered offenses. I'm there for that. I'm there. UAB on the road at 22nd ranked UTSA. I believe that UAB is 7-3. This could get a little dicey. Logan, go ahead.
Don't know much about either of these teams, so I'm just going to go with the higher ranked team. Give me UTSA.
I'm going to go UTSA as well. They were looking ahead last week. Struggled with
they did.
Was it Southern Miss? They struggled with a little bit. They were losing late, and they only won by 10. I think they were a 33-point favorite. So you gotta look out for those look ahead games. Michigan's in one this week, so but give me UTSA. I
got UAB in an upset here. I think Alabama, Birmingham, they're 7-3. The line is Texas, San Antonio, 4.5. I think this is the week they finally lose.
All right. Well, I got to step it with Mimi. Give me the Roadrunners. 14th. You get my drift there. You know, the old cartoon.
It was a good attempt at humor.
Yeah. Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever, Dylan. You uncultured swine. 14th ranked BYU at Georgia Southern. Here's another game. Georgia Southern are going to be under the realm next year of Clay Helton.
Give me the Mormons.
Good boy.
What's Michael Jackson's favorite university?
Oh, God.
Brigham Young.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
I get one in every week, you guys. You should know. Come on.
Jeez. Oh, man.
Oh, man. That might have been better than Tickle Me Sandusky.
Georgia Southern getting a lot of press down here. Obviously fired their head coach sometime after some parade scandal that took place. They're good dudes, so I don't think there's a chance they win, even in Statesboro. BYU big.
Give me the Mormons. Give me. I'm in love with the Mormons. I'm not gonna be able to say that anymore. Wow, that just ruined it for me.
It's a thrill.
It's a thriller. It's a thriller. They like to beat it. All right, Syracuse at number 20, NC State.
To the man in the mirror.
On the ACC network.
I actually like this game a lot. I'm going to go NC State, but I'm thinking it's going to be close.
Yeah, give me the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I don't know. That Syracuse has lost like 3 games by 3 points. They're not a bad team.
No, not at all.
Oh, you know what? I'll do it. You know what? Give me the orange. This might be a bad week of picks.
Yeah, from first to last. If you ain't first, you're last, Ricky. Always remember that. I'm going with NC State here. Not just typical trap game. Give me NC State close, though. End of the day, I think NC State has the more high-powered offense and more firepower. Here's another tricky game. 11th ranked Baylor on the road at 7-3 K-State, who I think is pretty deserving of a top 25 spot.
Give me Baylor. The Bears.
I do like Baylor. I've liked them all year. I've been consistent with that. I'm opposite of Dylan in that thinking, but this could be a letdown spot. Traveling to Manhattan is never an easy task. What's the line here? Anybody know?
-1 K-State.
Ooh.
Wow. That is telling. Wow. Give me Baylor.
Yeah.
Good man.
Give me Kansas State at home. Not a believer in the Bears.
Whoa.
I haven't picked a Baylor game wrong all year.
That's true. You haven't. Good observation, Mr. Obvious. I'm going with the Baylor Bears in this one. They have too much riding on the line. Kansas State, it is on the road. It is in K-State, at K-State. Tricky. Give me Baylor by 3.
That's
7:30
This will make up my Prairie View pick.
It will. Most likely, yeah. 7:30 p.m., the night slate, ABC, Herbie and Fowler. We got third-ranked Oregon at number 23, Utah. Logan, start us off.
Here it comes. Give me Utah.
Yeah, I love Utah at home. They're playing really well at home. They're just playing really well overall. I think Oregon is coming back to the pack. Give me Utah.
Everyone's picking Utah. I'm going to go opposite here. I do think Utah will win, but I'm going to pick Oregon.
Okay. Wait. What did you just say?
Utah is going to win this game, but I need Oregon. So I'm picking Oregon.
He's trying to gain some ground.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Tirico in it.
Okay. Give me Utah. I'm not even sure what a Ute is. Still not sure what it is, but give me Utah.
It's like there's a feather on the logo.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like a type of a Native American thingy, maybe a chief or something. I don't want to get into that. I'll probably get canceled.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, we'll probably get canceled. Here we go. You know it. Here we go. Next up is Vanderbilt at number 12, Ole Miss on the SEC Network. Timeout. Nobody make mention of what I said earlier in the year. Go ahead.
Give me the Lane Train.
Hey, Vanderbilt covered last year. That's a win in the real world. Ole Miss.
Good teams win, or great teams win, good teams cover. Is that the statement?
Other way around.
Yeah, other way around. Good, great. Give me Mississippi in a shutout.
Woo! Lane Train. I'm starting up again like last week. I'm on the Lane Train. Haven't picked against them this year. Not going to change it now. Give me Ole Miss. 8 p.m., 9th ranked Oklahoma State at Texas Tech on Fox.
Give me Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm going Oklahoma State too. Texas Tech, nice win. Boy, that kid, that kicker, did he get drug tested on Monday? I wonder if he did. Good win coming off Iowa State. Probably a little bit of a letdown though. Give me Oklahoma State. Too much to lose.
Incoming Jaguars second-round pick on that kicker. The quarterback for Texas Tech, Mr. Columbi, freaking 5 picks, 5 touchdowns. Not a fan of him. I think Oklahoma State. Another Jaguars joke. You want to laugh at this one. Hayes Carlyon reports for the Jaguars and covers Florida Gators on the radio. He said the following statement. Let me pull it up, and I will read it to you right now. He said, coming in 2022, we will get these drops fixed. First-year Jaguars receivers coach Dan Mullen said. Keep picking on Florida.
There we go. I like that. Give me the Pokes. Boom, boom. Non-ranked game of the week.
Shoot
As I drop my pen. Yeah, the Pokes. Boom, 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 boom. Non-ranked game of the week. We have Florida State at Boston College on the ACC network.
Give us the little brother.
Yeah, Florida State, I think they're in a letdown spot. I'm going to add Miami to my list here I want to discuss when we get to Notre Dame. But Florida State in a letdown. Give me BC at home.
I also enjoy picking Boston College this week.
BC, they got Phil Jerkovic back. Give me the Eagles, little brother, as Logan mentioned. And our not-so game of the week, we have Texas at West Virginia on ESPN2. That is at noon.
Wow, this is terrible. It's at West Virginia.
Indeed, in Morgantown.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Wow.
Book it.
Ian, book it.
Yeah, I have absolutely no faith in Texas, their program, or Sark, and this will segue into my diatribe coming up. Give me West Virginia.
I'll take players in this game. I like Thompson. I like B. John. Give me Texas.
Isn't he out?
Who?
Cares.
The dude,
John?
yeah. Isn't he done for the year?
He might be. He's got 1,100 on
is.
the ground. Either way,
he's
I'll
done
take
for the year.
Texas.
Give me West Virginia. Total disaster of a year for Texas. Everybody said, Texas is back. Sark's the guy. Give me a break. Take me home, country roads. Give me West Virginia. And at 2:30 p.m. on NBC, Georgia Tech at number 8, Notre Dame, the final home game of the year for the Irish. Logan, get us started.
Notre Dame. We're doing scores too, per usual.
Yeah.
Since we'll never blow a team out, give me Notre Dame 31-3.
I want to give Brian Kelly a shout out. Let me just give me a moment here. Florida State, Tennessee, Texas, USC, Nebraska, Miami, and Florida. What do those teams and schools all have in common?
They all have job openings in the last recently.
Multiple job openings. Those are power programs that have been completely inconsistent for a really, really long time. And when Notre Dame hired Brian Kelly, and I've been hard on Brian Kelly for not being able to win a big game, not being able to win a national championship, but we could be Texas. And thank God we're not. This is an opportunity to win 10 games for the 5th straight year. Is that right?
Yep.
That's never been done in Notre Dame history. So kudos to Brian Kelly for stabilizing the program. You can't use the word irrelevant anymore with Notre Dame. I was tired of hearing that word. We are nowhere near any of those teams. And those are schools and programs with very proud traditions. Notre Dame 36, Ramblin' Wreck 19.
Nice.
A little too close for comfort there.
Mine's going to be a little bit more closer. I went to the contest in 2015 where CJ Prosise had the big run to Sean Kaiser's first start coming off the Virginia game. That was the one against Georgia Tech. That was 30-22 in that one there. But this week, I think, back at the game, it's going to be fun being at Notre Dame Stadium. It's been a while since I've been there, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the Irish win this one, and they win with a final score of 33-20. 33-20.
Notre Dame 42-3. We blow them out of the water. We blow them out. We blow them absolutely out of the water.
I'll change my score. I'll give GT 9. 31-9.
It's ugly.
Yeah. 3 field.
3 field goal.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of the Golden Overs Report. Logan, thanks for joining us this week. JR, as usual, thank you for giving us a laugh and being on the show. as for you guys, Dylan, I'll see you Saturday, unfortunately. Anyway, for us, go Irish and love the Notre Dame, and we'll see you next week, Irish fans. 2 episodes next week. We'll be talking some basketball as well as football. Go Irish and love the Notre Dame.